At 11, a federal judge has ruled that ballots disputed by a candidate for the state Supreme Court must remain in the final count in that race. Jefferson Griffin has challenged tens of thousands of ballots cast in this race against incumbent Allison. She won by 734 votes. Judge Richard Myers ordered the State Board of Elections to certify the results, showing Riggs as the winner. Griffin has 7 days to appeal.